All right, what's going on, dudes? And welcome back to Minecraft, where we're going to become a vampire just in time for Halloween. Now, I know it's not Halloween right now, but at least one person will watch this video on Halloween, so for you, it's just in the nick of time for Halloween. Anyway, the command's already set up in here. Just going to hit the button, get it activated. Vampires by McMackestein, who has made a lot of, other fancy schmancy commands if you've seen any of those. If this is the first time, though, welcome to a single command block creation video where we show the work of genius people. Anyway, so the way this works is we first have to become a vampire, and to do that, you have to get bitten by a bat. Now, normally, if you're in survival, you're going to run down into a cave, go all the way to the bottom, probably hit a dead end. Did I just get a nice, fancy, all the way down to the bottom cave? I may have. You find a bat, and you're going to run into the bat, and the bat's going to bite you, and you'll become a vampire. Fortunately, here, in order to accelerate things a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and spawn a bat. I'm going to try to spawn it far enough away to where I can run into it, and you'll see what happens when I do that. Come over here. Hey, I want to become a vampire. Come on. I want you to suck my blood. There we go. Okay, so you saw how there was like a little red splash of particle effect. So now we're a vampire. Now, it doesn't really do anything for us during the day because vampire powers come out at night. Now, fortunately, we don't have to worry about the whole daylight issue with vampires, how you'd like burn up and stuff. We're a special kind of vampire that's impervious to that, which is very convenient because otherwise that would be a bit of a pain. But we want it to become nighttime, right? Now, this is actually an item I've always wished for in vanilla Minecraft, but here we have it with the vampire command, which is that we can make a coffin, which is like an inverse bed, which is super cool, right? So let's throw these items on the ground: an ink sack, 10 wood planks, and red carpet. And we get a coffin. We're rolling out the red carpet for this coffin right here, so we can place this down on the ground, and voila, we have a coffin. Now, you have to be a vampire already in order for this thing to work. You can't just use it normally. So what we can do is jump into the coffin, and it's going to make it dark around us, and then voila, it's nighttime. How convenient for us. This is so cool. I really wish we had, not necessarily a coffin, like that's a bit morbid, but something that would, like a day bed that would pass the day until it's nighttime again, because sometimes you're like, oh man, that would be really convenient. Anyway, so now you'll notice we got a couple bad things: slowness 4 and hunger 2. We do have some jump boost, but our problem is we actually need to get some blood to fill us up, and then we'll have some pretty awesome vampire abilities. So let's switch on into survival here after I give myself a little bit of food. And there we go. So you'll notice I've got like some hunger issues here, but let me punch a few animals, and all of a sudden, the bad things start to go away, and I've got resistance 3, strength 3, speed 2, jump boost, saturation, and the saturation is what we need in order to sort of stay good. Stay doing fast, speedy things. So let's kill the zombie if possible. Hey, you get back here and get the sheep over here. And the more we kill, the more we get to stay like a good vampire. Not necessarily like a good, morally good vampire, but a good as in fast and has good attributes vampire. So I'm just going to charge up a little bit more here by getting these dudes. Boom, boom, and boom. And now what we could do, and I could have done it before, but now is a good time to show you. I'm going to go into F5. I'm going to shift, and all of a sudden, I'm a bat. Because what vampire would be complete without the ability to turn into a bat, right? So I can fly around, and it's just based upon where you're looking. You can kind of look straight ahead. You can look down to fly down. You can look up to fly up. And if you want to switch back into a person, then you can just shift and you're good again, and then you can punch things once more. Hey, get back here, sheep. Get back here. I'm really bad at punching things in F5, but there we go. So your saturation will slowly kind of go down, so you kind of need to keep refilling it, which is both a blessing and a curse. But you have the resistance, which means you're pretty safe from too many terrible things happening to you. But you just, in order to keep moving quickly, you kind of got to charge things up, and I am not entirely sure how that happened, but hey, we're good. That was very interesting. I don't know if that was one of the mobs or if that was something with the... Maybe I'm missing something in 1.9 because I'm usually still playing on 1.8. But anyway, that was gnarly. So anyway, that's mostly it for your vampire abilities, turning into a vampire and and punching things and running fast and the coffin and stuff. Now, say at some point you do get tired of being a vampire. Well, there is a solution for you. What you can do, oh yeah, there is one more thing which I forgot to alert you of, which is that you do have a very strict aversion to water when you are a vampire. So you saw how I was kind of like jittering back here. That's because there's water underground. It's a bit of a shortcoming there, but if I like go over to a river over here, you'll see that there's an issue. Here, let's go over to this waterfall. You'll notice I have a slight issue like going over it. It's not going to let me. It's like, oh no, it's water, it's bad. I'm not even able to fly over it either. It's just like strictly a no-go zone, no fly zone, no anything zone when you're over water. So just keep that in mind. So say you're like, oh man, it was fun, but I really need to be able to go over water here. What you can do is you're able to find a priest. Now, normally this would just be a, whoopsie daisies. You can find a priest. Now, these will spawn naturally in your world if you're just walking around with the command enabled, but there we go. So we've got a priest. And what you can do is you can grab these materials over here, the nether star, the enchantment table, and the emerald, and you can throw them at your priest dude over here. Boom, boom, boom. And then you're able to right-click on him. Assuming that you put the items down properly, they kind of have to be like directly at his feet. So if you could back up, Mr. Villager, that would be great. Boom, boom, boom. And then right-click on him, and there you see those like little particle effects. As long as the items are like right at his feet, then you right-click on him and you're good. And now we are no longer a vampire. And you really want to sleep in the coffin, don't you, Mr. Creeper? I mean, that's cool. That's a comfy bed. I don't blame you. It's pretty nice. So now we're no longer a vampire, which means that if we set it back to nighttime here, well, A, the coffin will no longer work, so we go in the coffin, nothing happens. But if we do set it back to nighttime, you'll notice that we are totally free and clear of any status effects, and we're just normal until we accidentally run into a bat again. So be careful when you're mining if you don't want to become a vampire anymore. So anyway, that's the vampire command for you right there. On that note, I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out more commands, there's a playlist in the description. If you want to try out the command yourself, there's a link in the description as well. Subscribe for more videos, and that'll do it. I'll see you next time.